Fortnite has had an incredible year this year, and you were a critical part of that. This time last year, we launched Unreal Editor for Fortnite and the new creator economy to fuel investment and development in the Fortnite ecosystem. And today, we have lots more to share about what's next. Since we launched the UEFN beta, we've released countless features, and you have built and published more than 80,000 incredible experiences that have been played by more than 130 million players. Let's take a look at some highlights from the islands published with UEFN. The breadth and depth what you've been able to make in UEFN continues to amaze us. Like every day feels like Christmas, like when we go in and see what people are publishing. And your amazing work has already resulted in more than $320 million paid out since we launched UEFN and Creator Economy 2.0. There's no secret path to success when you publish your game in Fortnite. You make a game, players play it, and you get paid. But we're not here to talk about what's already happened. Instead, let's take a look at some of the highlights of what's new in UEFN for 2024. So with recently released features, you can now design top-down gameplay, side-scrollers, and more. Try out the fixed-point camera, fixed-angle camera, and third-person camera devices all for yourself. And later this year, we're happy to finally announce that we're going to release the highly requested first-person camera. It took a while, we know. And we're making more IP from Epic's portfolio widely available for use in creator-made experiences. I'm here to share that we'll be adding Fall Guys assets, animations, and of course, lovely Fall Guys beans to UEFN in May, so you can build your own frantic obstacle courses right inside Fortnite. And also starting today, we're releasing rocket racing templates and devices for you to build your own race tracks using the same track designs we use to build rocket racing. So for the next stage of Fortnite, and ultimately the open metaverse that Epic is building towards, we need tools that solve for interoperability, scalability, and resilience. That is what led us to develop Verse, a powerful programming language that we released last year. And since we introduced Verse, we've added loads of new features: persistence, runtime error telemetry, incremental garbage collection. And we're continuing to move as fast as we can. And on top of that, this year we're introducing that we are building a scene graph system built right on top of the Verse language. It's an entity and component framework that enables you to dynamically manipulate objects in your game. The system is designed to be simple, easy to learn, and eventually powerful enough to build AAA game content. And an important point about the scene graph is that while it's coming first to UEFN, it will eventually become the foundation for all content built in the Unreal Engine. We're starting with an experimental version launching in the next couple of months, with the goal of scene graph being available to all creators in UEFN by the end of this summer. If you want to learn more, we have a scene graph talk tomorrow at 4 p.m. over at Moscone. So next, this year we're also going to be enabling physically simulated characters in UEFN and Creative, and the ability to dynamically simulate any static mesh. So this is basically the Lego Fortnite physics and destruction system that we worked really hard on, that now are being released broadly for all creators. We're super excited about the potential of true networked physics sandbox gameplay to enable creators to make interactive and emerging games that were previously not possible in Fortnite. So beyond the technical capabilities of the tools, just as important as making your game is finding your game. We saw new islands published in Fortnite go from 50 islands a day to well over 500 brand new experiences published every single day in Fortnite. So in discoverability is a key focus of ours. The goal is to give every island a chance to find an audience. We've already done a lot over the last year to improve Discover, and now we're going to be adding features and functionality specifically to the creator pages, including ability to follow creators, link out to social media platforms, and make it much, much easier for you to build your own distinct creator community. So we've talked a lot about what's coming to UM in 2024. There's a much deeper roadmap talk tomorrow that I encourage you to go and see in Moscone. But let's talk a bit about what are we doing next for our first-party development here at Epic. So we've always used our own games to push the engine forward, make sure it's battle-tested for creators. And it's time for Fortnite development to move over to UEFN and Verse. By the end of 2025, we're going to ship our first season of Fortnite Battle Royale developed in UEFN. So by moving our primary development to UEFN and Verse, our aim is to accelerate feature development and ultimately result in a much more robust toolset for all developers faster. And what it means to everybody that chooses to use UEFN is that this is us ensuring that you're going to be able to build experiences at the level and depth and quality of Battle Royale going forward right inside Fortnite. So there's a lot more coming for creators in 2024, and some of those features are much better shown in person and in a live demo than me just talking about them. So why don't we welcome Pat and Michael to the stage, and they can show you more.
Everyone. All right, thank you, Sax. You mentioned the evolution of UEFN, and now we'd like to share a project that we've been using to drive that progress. Hey, Michael.
Hi, everybody.
Here we are running live in UEFN, and Michael's playing for us. We're surrounded by just a handful of the prefab buildings and props you can find in the content folder of every project. But if you can't find the exact theme or the art style that you're after, you're going to need to customize. For example, what if you wanted to make a game set on a classic 1970s style sci-fi spaceship? Let's step into this rift and show you what can happen. Welcome to the Talisman, a deep space cargo vessel. We built this ship to show you how unique your world can look when you create high-quality custom assets and bring them into your UEFN experience. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Can we get Bright Bomber back? We still need a player to help us look around.
I think she should be dropping in soon.
Oof, okay. Maybe not the most elegant entrance ever, but she made it, and now we can start to explore the ship. Straight away, we're switching off the Fortnite HUD with the HUD controller device so we can show you more of our environment. As Sax mentioned earlier, cameras are also one of the things that can be customized in UEFN. For example, with the new Orbit camera device, we can push way in, past the player entirely. Let's use this camera to explore the crew quarters. All right, this view allows you to focus more on what the player's looking at, and it's helpful if you're interested in making more narrative-style games. All right, how about we compromise and back out halfway so we can see more of our player again? All right, great. Now we're moving across the hall to the common room in the galley. I'm excited for you to see the complexity of lighting in these rooms. We're optimizing for lumen by selectively disabling shadows, reducing light overlap, and swapping in light functions for geometry shadows. Customizing the look and feel of your UEFN game is going to be a consistent theme in 2024 and beyond. Combining release devices and verse code as we are here gives you the control and the freedom to make your experience unique. That verse code you just saw actually has to do with assigning our player a quest. We're going to trigger it using several standard devices. But instead of going back to the Fortnite UI, we've styled the pop-up messages and the maps to fit our sci-fi experience. All right, you'll notice there's a waypoint on the map for us now. So we've got a mission to find our crew, so let's get moving. It's worth noting, even though we're showcasing a tremendous amount of detail inside the ship, the total environment still checks in under 200 megs. It's incredible that you can get this level of visual detail in that size profile. And to achieve this, we're relying on a combination of mid-poly kit bash parts, fully procedural materials, and mesh decals. With efficient build techniques, you can make big games fit into small packages. All right, according to our mini-map, our objective's waiting for us on the other side of that door over there. Let's go check it out.
I'm glad you're here. The crew's been waiting for you, and we're ready to help you build what's next. Come on, let's go.
MetaHumans are now available for import into UEFN as non-player characters. Thank you. So Michael's jumped us back into the editor so we can get a look at our captain behind the scenes. As you can see, we carefully optimized for both quality and efficiency. We've gone from almost 1 gig for a hero MetaHuman down to approximately 60 megs in UEFN with an average complexity hairstyle. And we wanted to make this process as easy as possible. You just save your custom MetaHumans in the MetaHuman creator. This captain character was based on the Rue MetaHuman preset. Once you have your creations saved in My MetaHumans, they'll be available to you in our new MetaHuman importer in UEFN. And depending on your project's requirements, there are also multiple quality options for you to choose from. Now, we can't talk about MetaHumans without also addressing the workflow creators use for creating costumes. There are many ways to author clothing, but in this case, we're using Marvelous Designer, a leading digital clothing software. In fact, we worked with our friends at Clo, the makers of Marvelous Designer and Clo 3D, to integrate our MetaHuman body data into their software and provide a new USD export option for your garments. That export includes geometry, materials, and the data you need for simulation setup. Now on screen, you're seeing the garment that was exported from Marvelous Designer being brought into the cloth panel editor in UE 5.4, and from there, we're setting up custom chaos simulations that have realistic cinema quality looks. As part of this tech in the upcoming UE 5.4, we're introducing an auto sim setup that has sim data ingest, auto LOD generation, and auto skinning. In addition, you always have the option to take a more bespoke approach like we have here if you want more iterations and finer control. Okay, cloth physics are available in UEFN as early access starting today, and now we'd like to show you how easy it is to dress a MetaHuman character. Michael's going to demonstrate this for us live in the UEFN editor. All right, take it away, Michael.
Thanks, Pat. So the first thing we're going to do is hide the default outfit that came in from MetaHuman Creator. Next, we'll add a new chaos cloth component. This allows us a place to drop our new dynamic cloth object. This was actually created in Marvelous Designer, set up in UE 5.4, and imported here into UEFN. Now that we have that, let's add a new animation so we can see how the cloth moves. Then we come down to the cloth, turn on Simulate, and just like that, we have moving cloth here inside UEFN.
All right, cool. So from there, our MetaHuman's ready to be used in the game. And we're really excited to offer cloth physics in UEFN for the first time. It's so important for creating convincing characters. And you're not limited to clothing on characters. You can use cloth physics anywhere in your environment. At last year's State of Unreal, you saw the power of MetaHuman Animator in UE, and we're pleased to say that those same tools are now available to creators in UEFN. And don't forget, using our latest character device, you can also add a performance to some of your favorite Fortnite characters. You might have seen this in the recent Joke Night experience produced by Trevor Noah. For getting capture data into UEFN, we recommend using our new LiveLink Hub application. This allows almost all capture devices that can stream to UE5 to also stream directly into UEFN and get recorded there. Even more third-party devices will be supported in LiveLink Hub soon. What's next for the Talisman is really up to you as creators. It's just one example of the many worlds that you might be dreaming of building for your next game. We've presented a workflow you can use to make compelling characters and a much clearer path for dynamic clothing. Really excited to see what comes next. MetaHumans as NPCs and cloth physics are available in UEFN today, and the Talisman environment is playable in our booth here at GDC. It'll be released as a template soon. We also have a tech talk here at 3:30 p.m. this afternoon that explores the techniques we use to create this project. Thank you. Sax, turn things back over to you.
Thank you both. Huge thank you to everyone that built the demo. And it's so awesome to see MetaHumans finally make their way to UEFN. And to celebrate that, we're starting next month. UEFN creators will get a 1-year license to Marvelous Designer for free to clothe the digital humans in UEFN.